Good evening, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm back. The Underrated Darkness, that's my channel. Yours truly, the underrated one, the grinder. Also, aka Chef JT. Not just chefing in the kitchen, I be chefing up information. Recognize the existence. Also, make sure the bell is lit. Okay? Make sure the bell's lit when I come for a powerful live stream or video. Right? Also, share this live throughout social media. That'd be very much appreciated. I did a live last night about the college scam. The story, I read the story last night, but also I have it in the description box. So y'all to check it out from last night. Also, I did today JT lunchtime. Random Talk Part 5 earlier today. Want y'all to check that out. Then right now, then at 10 o'clock or 10:30, wherever it is, then I'm gonna come back here with the special sports live. All right, so we're gonna wait for some more people to get it in. And this gonna be it. It's gonna wait for a few more minutes. People get in. 100 away. All right. Welcome, welcome. Wait for some more people to get in. So, welcome, family. Get this thing started. Welcome tonight. Very much appreciated. Wait some more people to get in. So we can get this thing, get it cracking. The square, I will explain. Wait for some more people to get in. Come in. Thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. You know, sometimes it works slow and everything, so we're gonna get this day started in a few minutes. Hope everybody have a great day. Also a great evening. Still waiting. School's still waiting. Sometimes YouTube work very slow. All right, that goes. Glad everybody's showing up. Wait for some more people to come. All right, James J. That's what I'm talking. Welcome back, James J. Don't forget 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time tonight. Might be a little later. It's going to be a special sports live. All right? Wait for some more people, so we're going to get it in. I will explain in a few minutes. I will explain. I will explain. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shoot, I have to put this up there. My bad. Shit. I know people what LDB stands for. It's Lions Den Boxing Community, also basketball community. That's what it stands for. Wait, some more people to come in so it can filled up. Trying to get somebody some time to fill up so they come in. Get this out. Eat with more love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Let's see. Go everybody throughout the day and evening is well. Glad you're safe. I'm happy with that. I know people want to know the underrated one, the grinder. What you gonna talk about the square? Don't worry, I got you covered. I got you covered. I will explain that in a few. I will. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna explain that. A few, wait for some more people to come in, then now anybody that could hear me, press 1, please. Press 1. Anybody can hear me, press 1. Anybody can hear me, press 1. Okay, we're gonna get this going. Okay. Again, let me shout out to people who came so far. Screw 92530.com. Thanks for coming. Again, as always, JMJ2121. Shut from the LDBC. Thanks for coming. And also Eat with More Love. Thanks for coming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, you see the title tonight, The Square. I will explain. Now, why I discovered this before, and when I'm talking about the square, I'm talking about the lens of the TV. I'm talking about the lens of the TV that has a powerful effect throughout humanity. Now, we're going to stick to our people. There's a lot of programming been going on for years that has not been, always been negative. But there are some have been positive, yes. And we let in the square get the best of us. Let me say it again. We are letting the square get the best of us and define who we are. Also, on a live this earlier today, JT Lunchtime, Random Talk Part 5. I want y'all to check this out. She Stay Sleep had brought out a good point, especially at this generation. That's all they know. They get on the live stream, they be on their phones and everything. So because they don't know because nobody haven't showed them. So the square is dominating, okay? But also we can use the square to benefit ourselves. And a lot of us has got hooked on the square. I remember when I was coming up, it was always discipline. I remember my parents, no, you cannot watch this. You cannot watch that. because it's not good. And so they make sure the square do not get in the way, not corrupt our minds, not make us as an individual mindset. And so what happened though, all throughout the years, we have not disciplined ourselves to see what the square, what it is. Now, the square have social media, the square have mainstream media, you name it, and all that in one. They have poisoned our minds to the detriment of our people. We have reacted in a negative way. It caused divisive of our social content in our community of every aspect. And we have to have the talks about that. There are some people, some of our people in the past has talked about it, and we got to go back. Even our famous scholars has talked about the TV, but I'm calling it the square. And we have to get back to not let the square dominate us. The square has a lot of programming, family. And it's that they had certain people of social media or mainstream, we don't call it mainstream media, they have put people even look like us to confuse us, to make us feel a certain way that we don't want to. And then the sad thing about it, they had done a good job. Even throughout humanity. But we're going to talk about our people. They had put stuff, they had put certain programs that the child is not fully ready for. They had enforced it. The square. The people work for the square. The square is so powerful you could turn on and you could just flick. And you see it. Like I always say, visual don't lie. So when you flick on these, when you flick around on these channels, you see nothing but hate. You see things that go contrary to creation, God's creation. You see some people is telling lies in politics, and even people lying. You see your racism on an all-time high. I'm talking about the square. Also, you see a lot of bulliness. It's really happened. But at times we don't want to talk about the square. They even have shows that they are pushing this unseen message and this unseen attitudes is really happening. And it's not right. And so when when we feel uncomfortable about it, I'm talking about the square. The square want to kind of back against us. And I'm talking about the people that work for the square. So it's bad enough we're dealing with people that have very evil mindset, individual mindset, egotistical mindset, and mixed with the emotions they have in, they don't care because there are sponsors out there who do not care. So they put money into the square. So the square is not small no more. It's a bigger square. It reach out globally. It reach out globally now. You got actually board members that right this minute is putting unseen, they are developing pilots of unseen things for the square. And the ones that are in alignment with them, they're going to be in alignment with them. That's fact. That dollar plays a big role about the square. It also play a big role of the mini square of our phones, of our laptop, computers, you name it. The square has take over our programming of our mind and our soul, wherever you name it, our emotion, everyday life. Instead of see for what it is. And the people that is working for the square, they got to keep this oil, they got to keep it going. The airwaves ain't what it used to be. Even the square has dominating social media. You know, you'll see it, family, you see it. You see how some people, like I said, that follow flaws. I said rotten seeds. I'll put like that, rotten seeds. We're gonna put it into the rotten seeds, like I always say. And they keep it going because they want that square to make it big. So that means they individuality, they want their square to be big. They want their square. This is how I am, and this is how I'm gonna put it like that. But the beautiful thing about it, we do have a choice to accept it. So what we have to do is take our time. We have to sit down with our kids. And I know certain kids don't like this. We have to sit down with our kids and put out and search out for good programming. Or sometimes you just have to turn it off so they can read the book. You can even go to a restaurant. The square is right there. And sometimes there's a lot of some unseen things you did be put on TV that your meal makes you it don't want you to want to eat. Like I said before, the square is dominating our community. You even got people waking up want to watch the square. Listen, I'm telling you like this. I'm guilty of it. Yeah. The underrated one, the grind. I'm guilty for that too. I ain't no better than anybody else, but I know I'm working on it because I do not want the square to take me away from reality. And the square, they put these people on there, and you think they tell the truth, and most of the time they don't tell the truth because the squares I'm talking about throughout, especially in our community, but throughout humanity, it's not reflecting. It's not reflecting. People are more angry than other. You got some people more depressed. Because you have to understand, if you give out some good, good come back to you. If you do some bad, bad come back to you. Most of the time, the square give out bad vibes. So we have to understand that dealing with the square. Hold on, family. Somebody come through and everything. Okay. Square. Hold on, fam. Okay. Thought somebody come. I thought somebody. Okay. Get back. What I'm saying is this: that the square, like I said, has programmed us, and I said a few minutes ago. Sometimes we don't even know we are programmed because we let the square assume of everything what we do. They even the square even controls the decision that we make, even in boardrooms and everything else, family. Look at Orange Cross 45. I'm talking about the president. Orange Cross 45. He let the square dominate him. Everything he see, he's on Twitter. T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T. Because he far away from reality. And at times the square make us too much emotional. We are too far attached from reality. And there's even people that deals with programming and all that. They don't even know they're part of the square. They don't even know the corruption that comes within the square. Now, did I say that there's no good programming in the square? Yes, it is. But look how far we had to search for it. There's actually people that is driving, they have their phone, they look at their little square, they not even pay attention to the road. I seen people get hit by a car that walker should have the right of way, and they all hit them. But they actually hit them because that square, they're not paying attention. That square is playing the mind, they're playing the vicious cycle on us. Great Wednesday to you, Silks. Thanks for coming. So, when I still continue, this is the question that we have to ask. Are we letting the square define who we are? See, when we fail to realize one thing about the square, they are people putting underhanded evil programming into the square. They are putting producers, arrangers, I mean, in movies. I'm talking about movies. Look at the movie. You go to the movie, it's a very big square. There's people play games. Square. G Mamas, well, welcome. Thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. Also, after this, before I continue, after this, I will have a special sports live. That's gonna be at 10 o'clock or 10:30. So far, it's gonna be 10 o'clock, but if not, it's gonna be 10:30. That's gonna be on Eastern Standard Time. Again, it's going to be a special sports live tonight after this. The way it looks right now, it looks like 10 o'clock, but it's not. I will fix it. It's going to be about 10:30. It remains to be seen. Let me get back working this. The square had, let me explain something to the people, how this square has been so corrupt. You even got people that far attached from reality is having homosexual in every aspect of the programming. Now, people say, why are you picking? I'm not picking on nobody. I'm telling you as it is. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But you do not have the right to force it on somebody else because this is happening. You making kids have to make decisions, adult decisions. Now, I know myself that God had made me as a man, as a black man, and I'm proud to be the man. And I thank God that he made women to be women. But there are some people, and I'm talking about that working for the square, they don't care. Now, there are some people say this part of the New World Order, not spiritual. I'm not going to touch that, but I could tell you like this. There is a bigger picture. And us as citizens around this world, especially our people, we have to stand up against that. And we have to teach our kids that this square is lethal. This square could even get you killed. There is a young lady had died in bed while her phone was on. The square. But also the square could be helpful too. Could show people that what they do wrong too. But it has to be good law-abiding citizens that have the mindset that willing to tell the truth, that is not let the square take advantage of them. So we do have a few like that. If we're gonna be if we're gonna be part of the square, let's take some benefits from the square. Don't let the square dominate us. Appreciate that, Subs. Yeah. There are some people, and I'm talking about the phones, had the small square on them. They are putting the square on people that actually get hurt and they laughing at it. Also, you could use it as, a witness a slaughter, witness a crime. See, that's why that's why the police said no. They take the phones away because they know how powerful the square is. Let me repeat myself. The law enforcement around the world, but especially in this USA, they take the phones away because they know how powerful the square is. Also, the square could come out with some good music, also some great music, also some great information, just as bad music, bad information. But at the same time, they are people that now I'm talking about political now. There are some excuse me, politicians has been exposed because they front of the square. But sometimes they don't. Sometimes it just they don't get the they not get the how I said this. They do not get the punishment that they deserve. But I always say this, that the square, we should see it as a bigger picture. And we should teach our kids the square as a bigger picture. It is a monster of a lot of evil programming. Now, there is some that's good. Like I said again, yes, it is. There are people that have benefited from the square. If you go on Instagram, there are quite a few kids had got rich off the small square of social media. There are people that are networking the right way and they are benefiting from the square. I'm not talking about that. But there are some evil people that's in the back. They are creating their own evilness. They create their own evil candy. What they doing? They even in churches create God's people that we know they're not walking in God's ways. And I'm talking about men or women. And you go to their house, they got a lot of squares. You can even live stream church service. That's powerful. The square came from a long way, family. But see, what the sad thing about it of this evil people, if they don't want to keep the square on them because you keep it long enough, you will expose them. So they have to cut it off. It's like when you tired, you cut off the square so you can get you some sleep. But see, that's different. You need your sleep, it got to cut off. So some people let the square on. That's your prerogative. No doubt about it. But I'm talking about the people that have very, very evil ways. When somebody's exposing, they cut it off. Then they want to come back of another form of evil don't care. But as it is, that's how we got to see it, family. Then you got these animated cartoons. See how young people having sex. Gay men having sex with each other. Lesbians having sex with each other. There are actually people that are killing, but they want to put on us like there's something wrong with us. Pedophiles, man or woman, it worked to a certain extent. I'm talking about the square. Let me tell you how powerful the square is. When you see a cartoon, and I'm talking about you seen it genuinely instead of one of my hashtags say the sharp eye of truth. I should have put that too. Matter of fact, while I'm talking, y'all, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna put the sharp eye of truth while we talking. And they're actually using kids that had this devilish attitudes. And that's sad, people. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, like that. We'll hit back. Yeah. There it is. Being the sharp eye of truth. Also, before I continue, family, um, hold on. I'm glad you're sticking by me. That's greatly appreciated. But the ones that are heterosexual, we under attack, and we have to be very, very honest with that. Now, there are some people that they say that people should live what they live. Yeah, it's true, they should live what they live, but I feel like this. Before I continue, I do have a PayPal account, also a super chat. If you want to donate, feel free. If not, you can always hit the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for your constant support. And there quite a few people has changed their mind in churches, business, you name it. Because even the square has kicked out millions of dollars to corrupt their mind. So when they corrupt their mind, they want to corrupt our minds. And I'm talking about us as consumers. And some of us, we don't even know. We don't even know. We don't even educate ourselves of the slick evil language that the square had present to us. That we should look out for it. Now there are some people that I don't want to do this and that. Why you put? Well, you should put yourself in because you know the square gonna get you one way or the other. Like I said before, the square is nothing but it's not just about the body in the front or the lens inside. It's much more than that. Technology is the square. See the square's four corners, right? You see it? It's four corners. Nice and cut and everything. But see the middle, that's the problem. Let me say it again. The square, all four corners, you can say rectangle if you want. That's fine. But the middle is the problem. The middle, that's where majority of the programming, the image is negative for a very long time. And see, they so good about it. They put their coloring in it. They put different types of people in it. They dress up people up a certain way about it. But if it's evil, it's evil. This square is getting larger and larger. And I remember once upon a time, years ago, decades ago, people are very, very careful what they put into the square. It was discipline. Even some racial overtones like that, but they was careful. You got to catch it. But now it's all out of the front, the maverick mindset and everything. It's going wild, family. The square is going wild. But you know, they don't want to give us assistance for it because we know that anything that causes evil with the square, we gonna do what I can to censor it. But the problem is the way how the legislation is, they got the powers to censor it, but they're not gonna censor it because it's too much. It's a lot of money to do evil things in the square. And the ones work with the square, they are puppeteers. They are puppets. And we want to know why our kids is crazy. Can't blame the kids because the adults had not stepped up and give them the real about the square. I'm taking the phone away from you. I'm taking this away from you. But parents, if you do the same thing, what the example that you set your kids up? There's quite a few parents do not want to be home. So you left your kids home. So, after they do their homework, sometimes they do their homework, they be on the square for hours. Sometimes they wake their parents to go home, to go to sleep so they could be on the square. What about the homework? What about waking a child up and say, listen, we got to, not wake them up, but we got to talk about your work here. Why is suffering? Because when they go to school, that's all they think about. The square. Play play video games. The square. They play, they even play games on their phone. The square. If they when they want to watch, they want to hear their own music, they got microphone, they plug it in. The square, the square, the square. So we had to reprogram our kids back to reality to sometimes to stay away from the square. We have to have discipline. We have to set the tone as adults. We cannot let the square set the tone. And then there's gonna be some kids don't like it. Okay, we gotta stop being their friends. Because when you be friends with them, that means you working with the square. The square wins. Let me repeat it again. When the parents become friends, want to be friends with your child, that means you are friends with the square. And it don't supposed to be like that. And I'm not saying that you in the business room, business board, that you have to use the square to show graphics and all that. I'm not talking about that because you need that. Hell yeah. Because people used to go on the board and chalk and write it. No, you can use the square. You can use the square in great purposes, but most of the time it's not happening. And it's really sad that the square has captured our soul, and we going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. So the only way we gotta get us out, we gotta fight our way back to get out from the square. And I said it's not gonna be easy, no. But we got to find who we are. We have to. And even in sports, there's actually people saying, "Oh, that is not me did that, but we see you stealing money. We see you from the square." And come to find out, to square protect them with the people. Oh, that's not them. That's not. No, no. You looking at them. No, no, no. Visual don't lie. See how you see how the square had play a role in this. They actually corrupt people that they know they do wrong. We on all-time low, fam. We on all-time low. But we have to work little by little by little to get off the square. We can't be on it all the time. And also, I'm going to tell you how powerful the square is. There are some people, when they walk in and stuff like that, they go, if it's a bar or a restaurant, they look through the window. Sometimes that square makes you argue, get you fighting. And evaporates. You gotta keep on fighting people. Because and also the square comes with a virus. And you know what the virus? A lot of people that want destruction from other people. They want to hurt other people because they part of this VIP special. The square. Wow, wow, wow. The square, the square, the square. Even the square had put on commercials that don't even make sense. They put on commercials of men make clowns on themselves and women too. So, like I said, I'm not gonna be here because I gotta get ready um for my special sports live. And it's like I said, we're gonna be a few more minutes. So the ones that first came in, you got to catch it on the rewind. But Kylie girl, thanks for coming. Appreciate you. The real Kim, thanks for coming. If we don't set no guidelines, I'm talking about especially for our kids, and even among us as adults, the square is going to actually hurt us. And there's nobody we could blame to ourselves. That beacon light in the square is very lethal. And man, wow. The square. And the square comes all shapes and forms too. Gotta watch out for that too. Yeah, the square, the square. And also the square being stores too. Also the square, I forgot to bring it. Also the square makes you edit good parts. Yeah. Again, between 10 o'clock or 10:30, it's going to be a special sports live. And yeah, the one and only, she stays sleep. The spoken truth of our community. Welcome, brother. Welcome. We have to understand we cannot let the square define who we are. And I've said that almost an hour ago, a little while ago, but I'm going to say it again. We cannot let the square define who we are. We define what the square is. Also, the square got a long assembly line of people. That is no good. parents, and even adults, we have to be more top of what's going on in the square. And I'm talking about all aspects in the square. Do whatever you can to help preserve our community. Sometimes I have to say it, and I'm going to say, sometimes you just have to cut it off so you could talk. And the sad thing about it, we let the square become our mouth. Let me say it again. We are letting the square become our mouthpiece, our communication, our feelings, our spirituality. That's what we really want. That's what we want for our kids. And this generation and the generation before that, that's just what we want. We have to reprogram our individual thinking. Because if not, so I remember there are people who have the ear up, they got the ears to the streets. Now we have the square, ears to the streets. Isn't that something? Oh, I don't know what this person did. You must have seen what they. Oh, let me call them and find out. Oh, let me see they videotape it. And the square had us on standstill like that. Wow. Do you understand why it's so important that I create this topic? Because we are not getting better. We are getting worse. We watch things we watch it on the square. They are, and they know good. They're still depressing, so it makes you depressed because they are taking over our mind. That's why when I watch something, I flick it around. I gotta make sure if it's gonna be a benefit to me at that moment. If it is, it's off. It be at times that the TV be off for like for weeks, or sometimes for days and weeks. And also, we have to understand the square, the way how they capture us. When we find out the BS that they put on, they always put on another network. See, they recycling. See, that's what we have to understand. The square always recycling, but we not recycling for what's right. The square is the most powerful tool on the universe. And we have to understand that, family. The square, the sad thing about it, I've said throughout humanity, but I said especially in our community, they become the brain. They become the visual. They become the emotional. So us as human beings, what do we have left? Nothing, because we gave everything to the square. And we wonder why we moving like robots. Moving like scarecrows. And also, this, you know what the square doing now? They even have books. Somebody was telling me this. They even had books that they could actually play a tiny TV in it. Do you know that? But also, if we gonna use the square, make sure we use the square for something good. If we gonna be part of the square, make sure we be part of this boardroom. Make sure whatever our kids make, that they're gonna make money out of it, but at the same time, they're not gonna be corrupt. And even us as a people. Because at times we be letting the square tell us what to do. It's like they whisper in our ear, like, you know what? I don't like that. But square, you not doing the right thing. Listen to me. I guarantee you make a lot of money, but I gotta have your soul, your mind, and your soul. Sign that contract. Be part of square. And it's not just the underrated one, the grinder made it up. I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling facts. So we have to be very, very careful and also vigilant to keep this movement going. For our people, as I always say. And we have to understand that there are certain things the square do not need to know. Wow, wow, wow. How much we gonna pay for the square? What do you mean I can't watch Sanford and Son? What do you mean I can't watch All the Family? I gotta watch housewife groups. I gotta watch some homosexual stuff. I gotta watch transvestites. I gotta watch kids getting died. They die because they get bullied. Satan, that's what you present me of this junk, huh? The square. One of the vicious tools on mankind. Like I said before, the square, I will. Yeah, the matrix box. Yeah, facts. Facts, Chief say. Fact Sheep said, yeah, the Matrix box, yeah. Square too. Part of the Square family too. Got a whole lot of goodies too. That could harm us, humanity, especially our people. The Square. You know, there are some people, and I know Silks, she stays asleep. Cali girl, the real Kim, I hope you in there. I know it was days that, you know, you want to watch something, but you can't watch that. But when you got older, you had a greater appreciation because they understand the Square. They understand of the evenness and the conniving of the programming that comes with it. When I got older, I said, I got it. And also, got to be careful of the remote too. Could be danger too. Got a lot of goodies on the remote too. No problem, no problem, James J. No problem whatsoever. Like I said, I will be having special sports live, but I want to get on here and chop it up with y'all. The Square, I will explain. JT. And I'm going to leave it like this. I don't know it's going to be at 10 o'clock or 10:30, but wherever it is, I'm still going to have it tonight and everything. But I'm glad y'all come out. I'm glad y'all took out your busy time. And I'm happy. The ones who came out, thank you so much. Stay tuned for what it says. Oh, okay. The special sports live. Okay, family. Thank y'all so much. Let's educate ourselves more about the Square. On that, the ones that want to come to the special sports live, watch out for that. Take heed. Be careful about the Square, because that is the most. And I say it's good. It's some good came out. Is coming out the Square, but majority of it is evil. That is the most evil tool on the universe, and we have to understand it. So on that note, thanks again. This one is Ghost.